couldn't walk a mile in these Air Maxes. From the streets where a murder is a scare tactic. We bear ratchets for enemies trying to flare at us. You hesitating, you die, best be prepared at it. It's automatic, but it's just another day of life. Whatever dues I had to pay them twice. But I ain't tripping, it's part of the mission. Struggle gave a nigga vision, bring the shit to fruition.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? Nico TV, Voice of the West here. Got a special interview for y'all, man. It's been a while since I've been in the interview bag, man. So if I had to make a return, it had to be a special guest. And if it had to be a special guest, look no further than my own city. From the South Sac side of the game, the free game side of the game, we got the capo with us today, Madmanleek. What's going on with you, bro?
Yo, man. What's good with you, Nico?
Man, we in here, man. First and foremost, man, appreciate you taking the time. I know you're a busy man out here, man, battling again and putting together events. So I appreciate you taking some time, man.
Yeah, man, I'm back all the way outside. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. So first and foremost, man, let's just get straight to it, man. Madmanleek being outside again. Last year, we didn't see you outside like that, man. You had took some time away from the game, and you're one of the people that has been one of the more respected, battle rappers for not just the pen, but just being able to rap. You know what I'm saying? Just in a game where a lot of people are kind of having a formulaic style, you actually brought real rapping back to the culture and back to the West. So for you, man, what's it been like so far in your year, man, being back active and outside?
I mean, shit, it's back fun again. That's why I'm back outside. G Will approached me with the free world concept, which was something we was building on. We had originally brought it up years ago, and then, shit happened this way, shit happened that way, and it didn't happen. And he finally brought it back up to me, and I was like, all right, cool, let's develop it. And that gave me the opportunity to get the battle versus the Kid Clutch, which is also something that had been on my list for a long time. So when the opportunity came to do that and to do it at home in Sac, I was like, yeah, let's get it. We back outside. And shit, that performance went great. I had fun with it. So coming off of that, I'm like, yeah, let's keep the momentum going. So we back lit.
Nah, absolutely. So, like you said, you had this clutch battle most recently. I think about a month ago, you battled XP on the Billy Boondocks event. You know what I'm saying? He's on TV.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So were those the two matchups that you was personally looking at where it was like, okay, if I'm pulling up, these are the matchups I want, or did it just kind of fall in line the way it did?
Clutch for sure. Clutch was on the list, like he was top 2 or 3 niggas that I knew needed to battle. XP not so much, but ended up being a fire back and forth. He just wasn't somebody I ever thought I would line it up with. But when it happened, I wasn't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It still went how it was supposed to go. It looked how it's supposed to look. So the battle was still dope. He wasn't somebody that was on the list like Clutch was though.
Absolutely. And so what for you so far, man, what's your favorite performance? You going with the clutch battle or you going with the XP work?
I would have to say the clutch battle because of the third round. The third round for Clutch was just so specific, tailored for him, for me to say to him that you don't get those in every battle. They don't just come around every battle. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes an approach just lines up with a certain opponent and with a certain person to deliver that approach. And that all the stars just align for that with the clutch battle.
Absolutely. Definitely a unique angle. I don't think we heard anybody even mention anything like that to Clutch. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a unique angle. For you though, I mean, we almost halfway through the year. And you got a battle on this card, and we're going to get to your matchup on this card. But for you, how active is Leak this year? Because it's about to be 3 battles, and we ain't even halfway through the year yet. Like, so how many more battles you think you got in the tank this year where you trying to get done?
I mean, yeah, I might double that. I mean, I could see 6 this year, which would definitely be my career high in 12 months, man. You know what I'm saying? When I first started doing this shit, I was loaded Lux in it. 1 a year, 1 every 2 years, damn near. And then I got outside and I probably did like 4 in my high point. But shit, I'm looking at it 3 before June. I might could get 6 or 7 in this year for real.
Okay. We definitely appreciate you pulling back up, man. Because like I said, it's definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the better rappers we have over here. And you just always bring the original content. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Not to mention on the bias side of the game, you got one of my favorite bars of the year, man. USC, the hate room.
Ah, nigga hate.
Ah. As an SC dude myself, man, you know what I'm saying? That's personal for me. You know what I'm
Yeah, I had to let them niggas know we was in South Central too, so I had to let them niggas know.
saying? Nah, absolutely, absolutely. So, with this free world, man, the series, because we had free world too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It was at the first one. You know what I'm saying? First one was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Shout out everybody who was there. Kels, rest in peace, Kels. You DJ'd that first one. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Rest in
Mama
peace,
Kels was in the
Kels.
building as well. You know
Should
what I'm
be at
saying?
Free
We
World 2 as well. Should be there.
fire. You know what I'm saying? Had the food vendors. You had everything, man. Venue was nice. I mean, but for Free World, the series, like I know you said the concept is something y'all talked about years ago. How did we get to this point? Like, what did y'all have to, you know, do to get to this point where now we had a second installment of Free World?
So I mean, it was really with the Free World One, it was really just a matter of me coming back outside and be willing to get back into the event throwing space because it's been damn near. It was probably a 3 year gap since the last time we did something up here in Sac, and so Will reached out and I was just like, I was just in the bag and in the mood to do it, and we did it in Free World One, even with all the mishaps of like people not being able to make it. The event still was like it was like that. It still felt like that. It still brought the energy back. At least, in my opinion, it brought the feel back that I was looking for. And so it was nothing to say, yeah, let's go ahead and do Free World 2. Cause like Free World 1, after being away for 3 years and still coming back and getting that reception and it having that energy and getting one of the early battle of the year contender out of it and Justice versus Hansel and having Sheet Happens pull up and have good work against Faye and my battle with Clutch, it still turned out to be a dope ass event and with only the three main battles happening. Obviously we had the half of one rounder verse with Joe and Boog, but like with even all of that being said, the energy was still so lit that it was like, yeah, let's run it back. Free World 2 with the full card. You know what I'm saying? That we know we got some reliable, matchups on it. We see the reception that the city's gonna have. Let's definitely just run that shit back and double it up.
Nah, absolutely, absolutely, definitely makes sense. So, for you though, man, like you said, you started off battling, you know what I'm saying, like once a year, you know what I'm saying, maybe once or twice, but you started off just free game the platform. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Creating something in the Sacramento scene. So, for you, is this kind of like where you see yourself now, where Free World's kind of going to be like that project, like that baby project for you, where you might not be doing just free game events, but you might be doing events more like this going forward.
Yeah, I mean, it make more sense for me to stick to the free world collab events with Westworld and potentially some of the more earn your keep style events because I mean, let's just be real. With free game, our whole objective with making the league, the battle rap league part of it, was really to develop talent and get them to bigger cards. We was never gonna be the league that was cashing out for big names to come in and just to get YouTube views. That wasn't our objective with free game, the battle rap portion. Free game, the platform. We always had different content, podcasts and sports talk and whatever else we was gonna do. But that's separate from the free game. The battle rap aspect of it was just to develop and get our artists that we discovered or had a hand in their early career, get them to bigger place. So now we're having the partnership with Westworld. It's easier to get that done in collaboration as opposed to just trying to do it all myself.
Definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense. So for you, I don't know if you want to speak on it, but is there like for these cars so far, we about to have a second installment. We've seen how the first one went. We looking for even bigger things with this, the second installment of Free World. But for you, is there like a particular like card in mind, like battles, matchups that you really want to have, like almost like an end game? Like these are the matchups I really want to see happen in Sacramento. Like for you, do you have that kind of vision, or is this more so just like if these matchups make sense when we're thinking about doing another event, we just gonna book it?
There's a couple of those for sure. Like there's definitely like three, four of those in mind, and I'm like, damn, I want to book that. Or I want that to happen up north. But other than that, it's really just I want to continue to be able to bring dudes from outside of the West and to see some of the not only the top talent on the West, yeah, that's always going to be there, but I also want to have some of the more developmental up and comers be able to earn their shots on these cards too, because as the game goes on, the cycle must keep turning, and the new guys got to come up and really be able to carry these cards too. So I want to be able to mix and master it, but right now it's still like top heavy. I feel like like we have majority of the guys that are on this card have been at least making a name for themselves the past 4+ years. There's not many new guys on it. I think Luck E is probably the only newer battler on it. After that, the newest battler would probably be myself. Maybe Miggs. I don't know exactly when Miggs debuted, but Miggs definitely carrying the new energy. But he's one of the very few that's doing that. So it's like I want to be able to mix them in. There is definitely though like some legendary joints that I gotta have on here. Like I gotta bring Pass Out. I gotta bring stuff like that. Like, and he gotta be against an opponent that's worthy of him coming outside and really doing that up in the north. So it's gotta be him. It's gotta be a couple other cats too. I ain't gonna give out too many, but he's definitely one.
I heard that. Not past Dev legend, man. Legendary in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For you though, man. Like again, I brought up the starting off with just free game, the platform, throwing events. You know what I'm saying? Even up and through, the COVID times, you know what I'm saying? Having battles and matchups, even impactful battles and matchups that people still talk about to this day. What's your take on the Sacramento battle rap scene then? Like when you guys first started, putting together events and having battles to where you see it at now? Like where do you see the Sacramento battle rap scene right now?
Yeah, I mean, right now, especially with the resurgence of the free world one and what's about to be with free world two, this is definitely the high point. There's nothing that's ever happened in the Sacramento battle rap scene that's about to look like what free world two is going to look like with the caliber of names, URL talent, talent that's been on King of the Dot, talent that's been on all of the other second tier leagues, even Bags and Bodies, Gates of the Garden. We got the DMV, we got um Brooklyn, we got the Bronx, we got New Jersey, we got Arizona, the West, like Sacramento. We well represented on this card. Pretty much every region of the United States outside of the South is a part of this card. You know what I'm saying? So nothing, this has never happened in a Sacramento battle rap event, as opposed to where it was when we first started. It was really it was kind of split in two because we came in the game just as PNR was starting to transition out, and we weren't here for a lot of what PNR did. So I couldn't even tell you really what the pinnacle of that was, just because we wasn't around to see it, and I don't even have the knowledge or the full education of it. But I know there was a little bit of overlap from maybe 6 months to a year when we first came. We would go Justice went and battled over there. Next came and battled on the free game cards early. You know what I'm saying? We were still mixing it up a little bit, but it wasn't. It was still like it was still smoke in the air. It was still like, hold on, nigga. Like, who is y'all niggas? Like, y'all think y'all got it? Like, hold on, nigga. Like, that was still there. So we didn't even, and PNR didn't remain active long enough for it to become nothing else besides that. So it was really just the two factions, and it was a little bit divided, and nothing was as big as what it is now.
Nah, absolutely. Now, you mentioned PNR. We know the iconic matchups that everybody talk about, PNR versus Free Game. Next
Mm-hmm.
Injustice, you versus Drix. Is there a chance that we would ever see both of those matchups? I know one of them gets talked about a lot, but is there a chance we can get both of those matchups?
Ah, man, that's a very slim chance we get both. Um, Hold on one second. There's a very, very slim chance we get both of those. Now the one that gets talked about a lot, Justice and Next. Um, I do think that there's a level of inevitability to that matchup, and it's going to happen. It's likely going to happen in Sacramento. Well, it's going to happen in Sacramento if it's going to happen, unless URL calls and books it. It's going to happen in Sacramento. Let's just say
Right,
that. Um, so that one is going to happen when we don't know, but it will. Me and Drix. There was definitely energy behind that and the storyline once upon a time. But Drix and I relationship has changed in so many ways since then that I don't know if that's still a possibility. You know, it's not something I'm pursuing. I don't think he's pursuing it either. I haven't seen Drix battle in at least a couple years now. I think outside of the what's the league that does the on beat battles?
Yeah, I know you're
Uh
talking about.
outside of those joints, I think his last battle was Street Hymns, and I think that might have been on West Coast Elites when they were still out.
Mm.
So it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? But and Drix my dog, like so I ain't gonna say it will never happen. I just don't right now it don't look like it's gonna happen in the foreseeable future.
So now I got to create some controversy. I got
Go
to.
ahead.
Because we talked about, it is an inevitability about next versus justice.
Mm-hmm.
That battle that's definitely taking place. That's definitely main event on any card. I don't care who you put on. That's definitely main event. But now I have two other matchups I gotta ask about because this Sacramento shit it's been building over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to see where Leak mind is at. Does Leak ever put his name out there like, look, man, if y'all gonna try and claim that you the GOAT or you the best or you run this city, y'all gotta see me. Are we ever gonna get Leak versus next? Leak versus Justice? I'm creating the controversy. We
uh,
go in there with it.
Again, I mean, two battles that first of all, me and Justice already battled.
Yeah, but listen. See, this is what I think. A lot of these battles took place so early that now that people is in their real form, now it's like, okay, it's a real battle now. Like we ain't saying it wasn't real then, but you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't real. Me and Justice did a 2-on-2, Justice and Kane versus Leak and Sean P, which will never come out. The footage don't even exist. But we just jumped our foot in the ring to really see what this battle rap shit looked like. We did that. So, but nobody know that exists. But it happened. But no, me and Justice will probably never battle. Um, it would do, in my opinion, it would do more harm than good. You know,
Why you say
I
that?
don't, I don't need to have the crown. You know what I'm saying? I have, and if I did want the crown that bad, I don't feel like the way that I would have to pursue it was to just say I have to kill the nigga that I came up doing this with. You know, it's like
Right, right.
I just feel like I would rather him run his lane and I run my race. You know, I wouldn't do it. I don't think I would
Okay.
do it. Unless it was a heavy bag involved. You know what I'm saying? Like if it
Right,
was something where
right.
we both gonna get paid and we both gonna, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt nobody. And I ain't saying that. It ain't gonna hurt nobody, you know. We'll be all right at this. So I still do it for some bread, but I wouldn't really be interested in doing that. I kind of feel the same about Next too, though. Like, even though me and Next ain't necessarily as the same dynamic as me and Justice, I still feel a way about the progress and the shit that he's done for the Sac battle rap scene and how he represent that I don't necessarily want to be the nigga that knock him off that throne. Like to me, it's still unless he's ready to, close out his career and he's close to bowing out type shit, it don't really to me do us as a whole a favor if somebody from his own town comes in and talks to him crazy.
I see,
So
I see, I
I've
see. Hey,
never
listen,
I've never
I
really
can't be mad at it, but we gotta ask these questions because you know that's what people gonna say eventually. Oh, Leak outside, he active? Oh, we got matchups. Let's go. You
bro,
know how this
people hit
game
me
is.
every time we post a battle. People hit me asking for me and Justice. People, my homies, hit me asking for me versus Justice, me versus Next. As like I always had that same stance. Like I just like they both representing. We all three representing in our own way and doing great shit. Why we gotta kill each? Why we gotta cut each other down right now? That's all I'm
Nah,
saying.
definitely makes sense, man. Definitely makes
It's not.
sense.
It's not. Sacramento's not. New Jersey where you have 9, 10 top tier battle rappers. It's not. Philadelphia that had NH Kaboom, Young Hot, Reed Dollars. We don't have 6, 7 of these. It's literally us three now that Drix ain't in the game right now. Like it's us three. It's the big three. Drix is the fourth, and I think I was thinking about this. If you had if it was a top 5 of Sac battle rappers, is the fifth King Leo?
Wait a minute. I gotta think. Hold on. Next is number one. We know that. Next. See, now my argument is if I'm putting it in order, because obviously I'm thinking the obvious names are Next, Drix, Justice, you. And
Right,
I'm thinking it might have to be Leo just bait. But then it depends because okay, I want to get into that argument, but it kind of depends because a lot of people, even though they're not necessarily from Sacramento, when PNR was out, that's where a lot of people had their work at.
right. But I'm
You know what I'm
speaking
saying?
about like who
So
really rep on from Sac. Who say they from
yeah,
Sac?
no, I would say it would definitely have to be Leo. Honestly, just the work that
Exactly.
he's done.
So
He's been on platforms. So I mean, but now if we talking about the order, we have a different conversation.
yeah, the order is a different debate, which we don't have to have that debate right now. But but what I'm saying is if we only have right now really a big three that's going crazy on a certain level, why should we cut each other down right now? That's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
no, it definitely makes sense. Now I gotta ask a question based on you said rebuttal game crazy because you said big three. So who do you think out of the three is most likely to say, man, fuck the big three, it's just big me? Who do you think? Who do you think is the Kendrick? Who do you think is saying I want all the smoke?
um, it depends on the day, but I think it's next, just simply because he not from Free Game. Me and Justice is both on the same team. Now, Demons, they battle each other all the time. Free Game niggas battle each other all the time too. It's just specifically me and Justice literally and Sean P like started this whole shit together, so it's a little bit different. And we just don't do it rock the same way when it come to that. So it would take a lot more for me to have that approach. I think next don't have nothing to lose. If he really just man, fuck what niggas is talking about this big three shit. I could see next saying that if he feeling the way that day. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see Justice saying that if niggas if it get to a certain point, um, and shit, it could be any one of us at any moment. But right now, I would say next would be the first one to do it.
Nah, absolutely, absolutely. So to what I'm saying to get with the Sacramento thing, man, like where do you see Sacramento going in the next 10 years? Because obviously you have the years prior with PNR and what they built here. And obviously you get people like Next, you get King Leo, you get Drix. Yeah, I'm saying from that. They even tried to get newer battlers. I remember there's a dude named Issa. He pulled up for a hot second. I think he might have had a battler too. He's out of South Sac.
Yep, I know.
But then
I know
some
Issa.
yeah, listen, I even pulled up for like a year and a half. I gave
Yep,
it a shot. You know what I'm
got
saying?
some
So
work
listen,
in. It
yeah,
cost
yeah,
some wreck.
yeah. I had to. I think it's just mandatory. Sacramento just built different, man. We everybody got pull up. You know what I'm saying? Driller was
Fire.
outside for
Yep,
a period of time. So you had different people. Dre Run, he was also outside for a
yep,
period of time as well. But then you go and it transitions to the free game era. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? Where you bring yourself, Justice, but not even just y'all too. You get Kane, you know what I'm saying? You get
yep,
Cows, and then
yep,
even Dapper Zay pulls
yep.
up after a while. So you bring in, a different dynamic, and obviously the standouts. We know who they are, and we know who's still developing, who's still trying to, progress. But where do you see the Sacramento scene? Do you see us have another influx of battle rappers from Sacramento? Do you feel like it might end up being like how it is now, where we get a lot of the all stars and people from other places in Northern California?
I do see another influx coming soon, probably 2 to 3 years out, because there's dudes in Sacramento that do a lot of battle rap type shit, but they just don't, they aren't 100% immersed in the format of it yet. And so they just got to start pulling up to these events, to this. They got to pull up the free world too. They got to pull up when we throw these earn your keeps up here. They got to pull up and see it in person so they can get immersed into the culture. And they're going to do what we all do if we rap and we love rap and we fuck with competition. They're going to fall in love with the shit. And once that happens, that sparks the drive in you to really, push your pen and find the format and master your craft. And that's what's gonna happen. It's a lot of these dudes that do music. That's where most of us came from. I came from doing music. Justice
Absolutely.
came from doing music. So we already knew how to rap. Then it's like, okay, now I'm a fan of battle rap. Now let me mix the two. It's gonna happen again. And it's probably gonna be a wave of 3, 4 dudes that are, and even maybe even females that come in together doing that shit.
Absolutely. I think it was Ashley Walker. And she was
Yep.
out here for a period of time as well. So now salute to that. But you did mention my next point to close out the Sacramento narrative, music. In terms of the battle rappers that we have, man, do you ever see a time where there is equal music being put out while people are battling, or maybe even say, okay, we took a couple months off, get some music. Do you ever see the music game? Because Sacramento has a lot of history with music, man. Hip hop is
Yeah.
rich
Facts.
in Sacramento. So do you ever see the battle rap scene for Sacramento ever getting involved in that as well?
Hell yeah. We working on it right now as we speak. I'm putting something together. Justice put something together. I know Next always cooking up. I just seen him in the studio recently. So yeah, like that shit is coming. It's on the way too. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit harder than I thought. Like as far as balancing the time and the creative energy to do both at the same time. That shit is hard, bro. Like when I first came to battle rap, I ain't have no plan on stopping putting out music, but this shit ended up consuming a lot of my energy, creatively and emotionally, to where I just wasn't able to produce as much music as I wanted to at the same time frame. But now that I've been here a while, I can do it, and I'm back doing it and shit. So nah, it's definitely coming. But sometimes it'd be hard. Like if I got a battle in a month and a half. I like to write early. I'm not one of them niggas who can last minute shit. So I like to write early. And if I get focused on writing rounds, it'd be hard for me to write a song in that same time frame. Cause my mind is
Absolutely.
it's like two different parts of the brain for real.
Nah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. I've definitely heard people say that before. I remember I had a conversation with Cali Smooth back in the Blog Talk era, and he was just like, man, sometimes, you be in battle rap mode and that kill your flow with, being in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Vice versa.
it
So,
happens. Yep.
nah, absolutely. To go to something else, man, I always wanted to know this from you, man. Your style, like I said, you really rap. Like I feel like in today's culture, it's like a battle rap style versus like an authentic you rap prior to this and you just found a way to use your natural flow and
Mhm.
your skill set and just formulated battle rap material and writing.
Yeah.
For you, man, who were the rappers who had the most influence on your style when you were coming up?
As far as rap or battle rap.
We'll start with rap and then battle rap as well.
So rap who influenced my style first was Twista. Um
Mm,
So I learned how to put a lot of syllables together early by rapping along to his shit, the 1997 version of Adrenaline Rush, the first joint he dropped. That's why I learned how to really put syllables together. So like Twister for sure. Um, and then I didn't really like find my style until like later, like the 2010-ish times. It was like Cole, Kendrick, Wale, Dom Kennedy, and RP Dollar from Atlanta. Like them is probably like the other main. Those five and Twister is probably like where my style came from.
okay, okay. I like that. I like shout out Dom Kennedy, man. I'm glad there's Dom fans out there. They be acting like you know what I'm saying. We don't be out here, man.
100%. Now
Come
my
on,
nigga
man.
used
Hey,
to tell me I used to be rapping hella hard and shit, and my nigga be like, "Bro, swag something a little bit." I started listening to him Dom. I'm like, "Oh, I get it. You ain't gotta like really. You ain't gotta punch every fucking line that makes this shit like ride. You just gotta
man.
hit ride, find the wave type shit."
Nah, that's a fact, man. And then going to battle rap, man. Like, who were the people who had the most influence on you with battle rap?
Um, so the first like this format of battle rap battle that I saw was Sue Surf versus Young Ill.
Mm.
So yeah, immediately I was thrown into the fire immediately. So Surf off top, Young Ill at the time too was crazy. So don't
Man,
forget that. So that
man,
battle, both of them, and then from there I went back and really start fucking with the grind time era. And Locksmith was one of my favorite niggas. Um, I fucked with Heartless and Calico. They battle was crazy to me. And Hollow the Don was damn near like my goat for until the modern era came about. So like those ones, yep.
okay, I like that. And so, where did like in battle rap right now, right? Like, obviously, you have the confidence to feel like you can out rap anybody. But do you see yourself not even just take it outside the West? Do you see yourself as one of the best rappers in the game? And who do you need to see to kind of like that you feel like okay, I need to rap against you so I can verify and show y'all I'm really one of the best in the game.
Yeah, I think I'm one of the best in the world for real because I know my ability to rap just in general. Take away music, take away battle rap. I think I'm just one of the better rappers in the world for real. And so like with that, I feel like I could take that into any arena. And now that I'm close to mastery in the battle rap field, yeah, I feel like I could show it against anybody, but I'm one of those people that because I'm not as loud and brash with the promo that I have to I'm like a in boxing, I'm like a Floyd Mayweather. Like you wouldn't give him his credit if he didn't beat the best names. If he was just doing all that technical shit, shoulder rolling and slipping and defense and jabbing niggas, you wouldn't give him his credit because he don't got 100 knockouts. But once he does that against the elite level, you give him his credit. So that's where I'm at. It's like I have to show that my shit transfers on the elite level for me to really get my credit. Because the shit I do, I'm not always just gonna give you a knockout punch. I'm gonna give you a different approach. I'm gonna give you a creative angle. I'm gonna give you wordplay, rap ability, lyricism, all this other shit. You gotta see it work on the elite level to get my credit. So I feel like I gotta stand in front of a JC, I gotta stand in front of a chess. I gotta stand in front of somebody like that for it to really hit home. Like, damn, this nigga, every time he show up, he compete. Even if you ever had me losing a battle, I've never got completely outclassed or bodied because my shit always translate.
Nah, absolutely. Now you mentioned this name earlier, and I think this would be the perfect matchup for that. You and Pass.
Yeah,
I
I
think I
wouldn't be
think
mad at
that
that either.
that's one of the match just for people who really like rap because nowadays people get mad at people who just get in the ring and rap for 3 rounds. Well,
Right.
he didn't punch. Excuse him for knowing how to rap. You know what I'm saying? So now I definitely see a lot of the matchups, man. I rock with that. But man, we got to double back, man. With Free World 2,
It's a fact.
Madmanleek he isn't just in the league owner bag. He's not just in I'm putting the card together, the logistics side of the game. He also in the ring, huh?
Facts.
And you bringing Vegas out here,
Hmm.
huh? KO.
Yeah.
Now y'all was just on the same card.
Yeah.
You battled XP. He had a surprise battle with Bobby Lee.
Hmm.
You seen what KO did
I did.
firsthand, live. What
And he saw
made
what I
you
did. He was
say
standing behind
I had
XP.
to see you after seeing what he did versus Bobby Lee? What possessed Madmanleek to say that?
You asked me earlier if XP and Clutch was on my list to battle. No, but KO was on that list. So he been
Mm.
on there. He been on there a long time. We've been lined up before. One time we were supposed to battle on a Saturday. We had a face off on a Wednesday, and he backed out on that Friday. We've been
Oh
lined up
no.
before. Yeah, this done been supposed to happen long ago. And
Mm.
he done jumped around and battled Justice before he battled me and did a whole bunch of other shit. And so now it's time for him to finally get this. He been asking for it, and I've been asking for it. Yeah, I saw what he did to Bobby Lee. I stood there. He stood behind XP when I did what I did with XP. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
we both seen each other's most recent work. His was 1 round, mine was 3. So it's about
Mm. And
it's
this battle
about
with you and
consist.
KO is 3.
This battle is 3. Every battle on this card is 3.
I talk that shit. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, this is all 3 rounders. Yeah, this is 3. He got to show that he can be a road warrior. Yeah, he from Vegas and he battled Bobby in LA, but LA is KO's battle rap home. He might get more love there than he do in Vegas. He just battled real name in Vegas, and the crowd was way more receptive to him in LA.
Wait,
I
wait,
see
wait, wait,
both.
wait, wait, wait. Are you hold on? Wait just a minute. Time out. Are you to tell me KO doesn't get the love in Vegas like how he should?
I don't know what he should. I don't know what he warrants. I don't know what he do in Vegas. I don't know what he get
Oh,
back to.
you've seen the skill set. You've seen the performance. I mean, that warrants a certain level of love when you at home.
It's
Should it
not
not?
just about the skill set. It's about what you do outside of the ring. Are you a factor? Do you bring the city out? Do you bring back activities and entertainment to your people? Do you put on for them? Do you provide a platform for them to shine as well? These are the things that I do, which is why I'm on the card. You cannot have a free world right now without Madman League because the venue would have 50 to 60 less people in attendance, and we can't afford that.
Oh,
We can't afford that right now. Sure, I would love
yikes.
to just put the event on. Sure, I would just love to supply the venue and do the league on the thing. I don't want to work double duty, but I have to.
Mm. Well, I feel like I just heard a third just now. What's going on, man? Is this the energy we bring in on May 31st?
This is the end. Come on, man. And this ain't even in the rounds. That's what's crazy.
Mm.
This is the stuff that
It's not
go.
in the rounds.
This is the stuff that should be understood without being said. But this is battle rap,
Oh,
so I gotta say it so they really understand.
uh-oh.
Yeah,
Kayo, I hope you listening, man. I hope you listening. Whatever energy you brought, double that energy. Double
we're
it.
gonna clip it. We're gonna clip it and send it to the nigga. He gonna hear it.
Oh, man. So, okay. KO was also on this. Is there anybody that you can mention that you're like, okay, this was somebody I want to see? Is there anybody else in I don't know if it's West or even outside the West? Was there somebody like, nah, this year I'm active. You have to come outside. It's a requirement that you need to see me this year.
There's one more person though on the West that I want to see, and other than that, I'm really ready to battle people outside the West. There's one more person that I want to see on the West, and he just so happened to have had such a fucking phenomenal performance last time that it just don't make sense for him to battle me right now, and that's Grizz.
Wait a minute. Wait. Just 1 minute here. You versus Young Grizz?
Yeah, me versus Young
Oh,
Grizz.
okay. What is it about that Grizz matchup that you like? Nah, you eventually you got to see me for sure.
Ah man, I don't even want to say it because I fucking hate this nigga, and I already know what he gonna do if I fucking say it. But I fucking have to say it because I'm just a real nigga. But I have to fucking see Grizz because Grizz is part. I can't even say this online. Grizz is a part of the free game origin story.
Wait. What? Hold on. Wait a this. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Let me learn something. What you mean, Grizz a part of the origin story? What's going on here?
Young Grizz indirectly has a hand in the creation of what we built because Sean P and I was really following his career when he was coming up through the PGs and through the ranks and shit. So I'll give him his credit on that. The nigga provided a little inspiration for niggas at a time. You know what I'm saying? He came out and he headlined our first major card, which was the free game arcade volume 1. He headlined here versus Rubber Tongue. You
I was
know,
there. I was there.
see, so there's history there. But I can't lead a game without seeing Grizz.
Okay, so that's like an end game. That's like a part of the end game right there.
On the West, yeah, that's one of my West end games.
So that's the Western Conference Infinity Stone right there. I have to. Before I get out this
Correct.
game and Thanos snap, I'm out the game. Okay, I see you. I see it.
Correct.
I see the vision. I'm not gonna lie. I love that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen. Far be it from me to say anything, because he a champ now. So champs, they move in different ways now. You know what I'm saying?
They
But
do.
champ or no champ, I think the matchup need to. I like that. You can't say it's about the skill level ain't on par, so it have to just be about the right time. You know what I'm saying? Who's popping? Who's performing at a certain level? You know what I mean? And who want to book it? So I rock with that. Now, is this something that has to happen in Sacramento for you, or do you feel like you need to go to his backyard out there in LA and see him there?
It don't have to be in neither one, really. It could be in neutral territory. I would like to bring him back to SAC just because the last time he was here was on free game. And I know the SAC crowd loved him then and they will fuck with him again. So I think it would be dope to see him in SAC. But that could be anywhere. It could be LA, it could be Vegas, it could be, shit, I don't give a damn where it's at.
I heard that. Listen. I rock with that. Okay, so we okay. We peeping game on this hit list. Listen, West, if you listening, West, the man done said about 5 matchups. All of them need to happen. So y'all get to it. Y'all get to it. I ain't in the league on her back. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get to it though. You know what I mean? Because I would let us see them battles happen, man.
Yeah.
But man, listen, bro. You know what I'm saying? I said it before, man. I say it again, man. I appreciate you taking the time, man, to rock out, man. You know what I'm saying? You were one of the people that I met y'all early back at a PNR event. Was my first introduction to y'all as free game when Justice was battling Doomsday DK, I think it was.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So just seeing where y'all were at that time and how even like Justice even got, put on in the game. To me, it was like, wait a minute, who is this nigga I'd never heard of before? He from SAC? He got 20 niggas. Wait a minute, hold on. They're not top tiers don't even do this shit. Who is this?
Mhm.
So to go from that point and then just seeing what you guys have built, who you guys have added on along the way, and all of that, man. I listen. It's all love, man. Y'all have made your name, impacted the game. Not even just battle rap Sacramento specifically. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all supporting me, man. And you just even pulling up and taking the time, my brother.
Yeah, likewise, appreciate you, man. They go both ways, bro. Pause, but nigga, the support, and you having me do this help, continue to grow what we got going on, and and the other way around too. So appreciate you.
Nah, absolutely. Now, before I get up out of here, man, I ask everybody I ever done an interview with, man. It's a two part question, man. What's one thing in battle rap that you really like that you would want to see more of, and what's one thing negative in battle rap that you like, man? I need to get about the game. Now it could be West, it could be all of battle rap. Just what do you see with that?
What I want to see more of is rookie versus vet style, mixing it up. Like when these young niggas jump out the window and ask for a shot, not necessarily for like a top tier, but somebody in the mid tier. If you who you say you are in that mid tier, prove it. Cause you may think you that nigga that can just run over a nigga and treat him like roadkill, and you might not really be that nigga because you've never proved it yet. So sometimes these niggas that have taken the step up, they need to go downstairs and show that they are actually the killer they think they becoming. So I want to see more of like the rookie versus mid tier type battle
I,
come
I like that.
happen. Um, what I don't like um is the thirstiness for a dollar in battle rap. I would like to see less of that. I would like to
Talk
see
about it.
people. I would like to see people be able to exercise saying the word no. You don't have to take a matchup because somebody offered you a few $100s. You don't have to kiss somebody ass because they offered to sponsor an event. You don't have to give out a favor because somebody promised you they'll return it on the back end. Like it's just a dollar, bro. Like yeah, we all need bread. Everybody wants some money, but like dog, you gotta have principles at some point in this shit, just like any other business, and you gotta stand on 10 with that shit. So I would like to see a little less thirstiness for the dollar.
Nah, man, that's powerful. I haven't heard that one, but that is a powerful one because that is a fact.
Mhm.
And that also impact people's careers, man. Just they take so many
100%.
of them battles, man, and they lose the art. They lose what they poked up with. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like
So
that's rampant on the West right now. There's dudes on the West who don't step outside of themselves and see themselves for what they are or how big they really could be, and because they're just accepting any old thing. Like that's cool that you can write in 3 days and you can still have good 3 rounds. That's great, but that doesn't mean you have to do it just because you need $300-400. Like you took this name on this so and so league, and it made it seem like you're so accessible. Like the stars of old that we grew up watching in this battle rap shit. Part of what they did was make themselves less accessible, make themselves a rare commodity. Now, of course, in this day and age, activity is a bonus. Like, come outside 6, 7 times a year, but 10 to 12 times a year, that's a little bit much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be that easy to get you on a card when you done already been on 3 of the top 7 or 8 leagues in the country. Like, niggas shouldn't be able to get you on a card for 250.
man, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I'm not saying no names, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't think of about 4 handfuls of people this applied to right now. I just ain't gonna say no names, but talk that shit.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay, okay. Listen, I like that, man. Again, man, I definitely appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up, taking the time, man. Any last words? And also, man, plug everything for the people so they can go ahead and rock with you, man.
Look, man, at Madmanleek on all the socials, but more importantly, Free World 2, May 31st, 2 to 8 p.m., Sacramento, California. We're off Del Paso Boulevard it's called The Gallery Sacramento. That's the name of the venue. It's a fly art gallery owned by the homies at We Are Sacramento. Everything is on deck. Food, music, weed vendor. Just can't smoke inside. That's the only rule. No smoking inside. You can smoke outside all you want. It's going to be turned up, 8 battles of all represent all the regions of the country, some top tier worthy talent, and some great matchups. It's going to be a great event. Come out. Shout out to the Westworld, Free Game, Free World, Nico TV. Nigga, we up.
Nah, absolutely, man. Again, definitely appreciate Madmanleek taking the time, man. You already know, man. Like I said, if I'm gonna get back in this interview bag, there's certain people that I have my own list, my hit list. If you say interview list, you know what I'm saying? And Leaky was definitely one of them. So I definitely appreciate you taking the time, man. Free World 2, May 31st. We going up in Sacramento once again. RIP Kells, Mama Kells will be going up in the building. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it popping. As always, man, you know what I'm saying? My brother Les would say, keep it battle rap. I'm going to tell y'all to keep it West. We up out of here, man.